Now we're going to rerun the video. And they done kicked me out the algorithm. Yo, right now, it's wild out here in these streets. I promise. Okay. Need some air in here. So, okay, it looked like a few people finding their way back. Hopefully everything stays good. My table was shifted. My light was like knocked down. So that tells me that one of my children been messing around in here. Somebody been messing around. Hopefully I fixed it. I know the camera's not as sharp as I would like it to be. But it's not going off, which is as good as we can hope for right now. Where was we at? Actually, I really didn't start talking about anything anyway. We really didn't start to going in yet anyway, right? What I think I was getting ready to start to saying is that now, finally, with this last piece to the puzzle, and I honestly could have stretched it out and made it like, I don't know, another 5 or 10 smaller books and blah, 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 blah. But I had to get it all out. You know, the information doesn't come from me, it comes through me. So I had to get it all out. And we're done. I'm not sure the number of books, right? I do know it's a hefty sum, right? I know it is, right? We got, hold on. Let me try to put these books in order real quick. We got, all right, I got multiple copies of some too. That's another thing that's making it a little ridiculous. Interesting. We just got a delivery at my door. Yo, if that's a book, I'm a flip. That could be my master edition. No, it can't. That's too fast. That would be crazy. That would be epic. All right, so hold on. This is Race Hustlers. All right. Bang, bang. Book 1, book 5, book 6, book 4. That's a double. That's a double. These are hard covers. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll do that. That's a double. This is the children's series. Okay, you go here. All right, so this is 1, 2, Yo, I never know where book 3 is. Book 3 is probably, I get a lot of use out of book 3. So book 3 is actually probably downstairs right now in the gym. I think that's where book 3 is. Book 3 is probably in the gym. Right? That's Race Hustlers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Divine Mathematics. The algorithm. Okay, so this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so we got a 21 book curriculum. All right, 21 book curriculum. You know what I'm saying? Now we can get, I felt the need to I felt the need to really a lot of times, let me say this, a lot of times when the brothers are building, right? And I'm guilty of this. We will reference the Bible. It is freezing. That is enough fresh air. We'll reference the Bible and forget about the Quran. Right? So I wanted to make sure that that's not something we did with this master edition, right? So we don't, it's the master edition in every sense of the term, right? So, the Bible, there's a lot of jewels, just references, really. References from the Bible, from the Quran. I mean, the basis is, the pyramid text. So over the years, people have asked me about my personal religion. And when I say over the years, I'm talking about since before people saw me on camera with Polite. All of this time, you know what I'm saying? Since before people saw me on camera with Ali Muhammad, people have always asked me, well, EnQi, you're saying this, you're saying that. Where are you getting your information from? What is your particular belief system? What is your religion? Do you have a religion? Are you an atheist? And the entire time, I always maintained, I'm not an atheist. I'm against atheists. I attack atheists. I argue with atheists. Atheists stalk me. Right? So I try to simplify my my understanding. I don't share the ideology of any of these groups when it comes to Israelites, people of the Torah, Muslims, Nation of Islam people, the gods and earths, the Kemetic scholars. I don't share. Let me not say that. That's incorrect. And I want to make sure that I'm all wise, right, and exact. I share many beliefs with people from all of these various systems. But my understanding directly from God's mouth to my ear is different. It's different. So over the years, I have kept it to myself, you know, and I would just explain to people on a very, very simple level. Listen, your religious text says that God is light, and I don't disagree. Your religious texts say that God is light. I don't disagree. Now, I want to say, what was that, last year or the year before? Shout out to the Lions Den and JJ and Karima and them. Shout out to the brother Anu, right? We had a series of debates, you know, the God is light debates. And I was undefeated as always, right? But the thing was, behind the scenes, brothers was asking, like, is this, you know, what do you ascribe to? You know what I'm saying? It's difficult for us to be shoulder to shoulder and have your back, you know, if we don't know exactly what your belief system is. And so I explained to them that, you know, God is music. And when I started to expound, it was like, it was just too far for people, you know. But it's what the people that have really been reading the books all this time, I mean, before even we got to Amazon, right? Going way back to the Money Mind State, you know, just going all the way back. It's always been the premise, the idea. And so this is probably the master edition is probably, yeah, I'm not going to do it again. This is a one-time affair. This is a one-time affair. So I would say that this is my religious text. This is my theological text, my belief system, right? And when you get your hands on it, you're going to see everything so plain as day. So plain as day, it's going to drive people insane. I'm telling you, it's going to drive people insane. Like, Ashwa crazy people, Professor James Smalls, Brother Kaba, Mfudishi, Reggie, Jabari, you know, Shaka, you know, all of these people, either Shaka Akmo, Shaka Ndugu, you know what I'm saying? All of these people. Because, like, for instance, and I got to retitle the video and bring the other title back onto this video, whatever. But I watched the Outer Darkness video. You know, a lot of people, they said, no, you know, people been suggesting it to me, saying, hey, no, we think these people are in alignment. You know, we think this is in alignment with what you're teaching. They're talking about Kemet and blah, 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 blah. Respectfully, because I have respect for some of these people as people, right? Like Brother Kaba. There is hands down, and they both was in the video, Mfudishi and Brother Kaba. If there's no Mfudishi, and more importantly, more influential, Brother Kaba, you know, I'm not sitting right here. I'm not sitting right here. all of this information, I would have scribbled in notebooks, and I would just have piles of notebooks, because that's what I was doing before I met anybody in the community. I was already writing books by hand. You know what I'm saying? That's actually what started the whole, that's how I met Polite in the first place. We was at I was on 125th buying DVDs, and I was complaining back then the same way I'm complaining today. Like when I watched that video, there was no new information in there. Professor James Smalls, Kaba, all of them, they saying the same shit today that they said 20 years ago. Yeah, you know, Isis, you know, she put Osiris back together, and then, you know, they had the baby Horus, and, you know, December 25th, and the Christians was copying all. Yo, I'm like, bro, how many times y'all gonna recycle the same Yo, respectfully, that was trash, bro. It was trash. Please, guys, don't send me trash. Like, I know y'all got a lot of respect for these guys because they're old. Like, I know it. Yeah, you know, they've been doing it for a minute, you know, blah, 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 blah. And that's it. They just been doing it for a minute. Ashwar Kwesi just was on Rock Newman's show, right? Bro, he ain't saying nothing new that he ain't said 675,000 times. Now, here's my problem with that. At what point do you retire as a teacher? At what point do you hang it up? Now, the reason why I'm saying that is this. You're supposed to stay a student. See, y'all think that I'm arrogant. Y'all think that this is cocky, or even some of y'all would say over the line, disrespectful, right? But I'm telling you, this is not the case. I'm just giving y'all the real facts in a way that's unhindered, because I don't have ties to these people. I'm not in their documentary, you know, I'm not in their video circuit. I'm not in their video circuit. Chloe! Yeah. Go to the door and get the stuff from the door. Take it up and take it to my room and cover it up. But I don't have to bite my tongue. I don't belong to none of their groups. I'm not dependent on any of those guys for sustenance. See, that is a big part of the problem in this thing of ours, right? A lot of guys are not independent. So they can't say the truth. They can't say the truth. When you watch that Out of Darkness documentary, right? In the video, they are conflicting in the video. Some of the people in the video are saying that the Israelites never existed. Then in other places in the video, they're saying that the Israelites stole all of the Kemetic, you know, Isis and Horus breastfeeding is Mary and Jesus. Like, I'm saying to myself, like, hold on. Y'all been saying these same things for 20 years and y'all still haven't figured, like, did the Israelites steal the Kemetic philosophy, or are the Israelites purely symbolic? You know, like the Bible is purely mythology. Like, is the Bible mythological, or are these actual people that actually stole the Kemetic heritage and blah, 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 blah? You see what I'm saying? So this is not coming from a place of arrogance. It's just, there's a time that you need to hang it up. You know what I'm saying? You got to retire. And that time is when you become too arrogant to continue to learn, to continue to study. And I see it everywhere. It's not just these guys, right? I'm naming these guys. Brother Kaba, Shaka, Reggie, Jabari, you know, Ashwa, Kwesi, Infudish. I'm naming these guys, right? But it's the same thing everywhere. Wesley Muhammad, bruh. Wesley Muhammad, the Nation of Islam. What are they doing? They're not studying anymore. They're not continuing to learn. You cannot be a teacher if you're not continuously studying. That's how it goes. It's like hustling in a way, right? And what I mean by that is you go and you study and you learn. You consume it, right? Then you bring that back to the people that's not as well-rounded, not as educated as you. You coming back with new info. As you build up your students' knowledge base, you got to turn back around and go get you some more information. So that as your students develop, you're constantly developing, working on yourself, and you have new information to present, new insight to present. At the moment where you feel like you've seen it all, done it all, you done been to every country, or you done been to, you know, guys get these levels of arrogance, you know, oh, I done did this, I done sat with this one, I done spoke to this one, so I can't learn nothing new from. Didn't that mean it's time to hang it up, champ? You know, I'm listening to these guys at a law school in Mecca. Bro, yeah, it's time to hang them jerseys up in the rafters. Hey, hang them jerseys up in the rafters. You got like one 75-year-old guy teaching like 3 65-year-old guys the same exact thing over and over and over and over and no, bro. Y'all got to stop this. Because what's happening is it's no longer about the masses of people. It's no longer about the Black, brown, and Latino community at large. It's no longer about uplifting the people anymore. It's just about staying confined to your commercial group. And when I say commercial, I mean the group of people that you're doing commerce with, right? So the comedic guys, they just going to keep on repackaging that same old story. They're just going to keep repackaging the same old story. And I'm going to keep it a buck. They don't understand the story of Horus, Isis, and Osiris anymore than Christians understand the stories about Jesus in the Bible. They don't. They don't. And you're going to know it too, very shortly. The moment you get through with chapter 1 in the Master Edition, you're gonna cringe. You're gonna go, ouch, I get it. I get it. What happened to the Moors? Taj Tariq Bey, bro, you gotta go. Yo, didn't we see this with Dick Gregory? There was a point where those little tangents Dick Gregory was going in on was crazy. Like, those was fire. And then there was a point where, you know, those of us in the know was like, hey, nobody's going to stop him. Like, get him off the camera like that. Like, why y'all have him on the camera like that? No, no. So I mean, bruh, in 2024, I'll give you an example. Brother Kaba, Booker T. Coleman. How, Sway? Like, how are you still teaching out of Africa theory? No. I know y'all love these people. Go ask him. Like, how in 2024 is he still teaching out of Africa theory? And then check this out. He's mixing out of Africa theory in with Kemetic science, as if that's Kemetic science. Oh, yeah, because, when our Kemetic brothers, when they went up past the 50th parallel and, they was out of the sun and they turned into white people, they got really angry and they came back down to Kemet and stole the Kemetic philosophy and made up Christianity. I'm like, what? So what about you? Did you just go to the 50th parallel and make up this bullshit here? Yo, I'm saying, wait a minute. Brother Kaba, it might be time to pass the torch to your son, man. Respectfully, listen. That Charles Darwin shit, right? Now, listen. It's one thing, as usual, to discredit me, the guy from 158th Street in the Bronx with the gold teeth. No problem, right? But again, I study. I don't play. I live this. I could talk like this because I live this, right? So I'm up to date. I know that in Stanford, I know that at MIT, I know that at Harvard, I know that at the top European schools in America, the big boys, I know that at Oxford, across the road over there, I know they have already done lectures, presentations, and whole courses on how the outer Africa theory is debunked, how the racism seeped in, and the whole theory it's not, it's not actual facts. So what I'm saying is, the people who created it indoctrinated us with it to colonize, right? To colonize us, right? They stole our history, justified, whatever went on the last 400-500 years with these wild ideologies of Black people being less intelligent, us being closer to apes and all this kind of stuff, eminent, all these philosophies that came out of Africa theory, right? These are all European machinations to justify, the things that they've done to come up, the last 400-500 years, right? Or since they got the world handed to them from the Arabs, right? And that's another thing I have a problem with. All of y'all guys that's pro-Black, but you in love with Arabic culture, okay? You got to knock that off and relax, bro. Seriously, right? The Arabs was the first people to put Black people into slavery on sugar plantations. See, the Moors ain't gonna tell you about that. These niggas doing all of the salats and all that. They're not gonna tell you about that. Yeah. They're gonna tell you this. Listen, they're gonna tell you this. They're gonna tell you that there was a Moorish brother. They get proud about it too. See, this is how I know these niggas dumb. Respectfully. And when I say niggas, I'm giving them respect, because we know what that term is from the ancient Masons, right? So I'm giving them respect, right? These niggas dumb though, because they say it with pride. Oh, no. It was a Moor that was on the boat with Christopher Columbus and them navigating for them, because, the Moors had control of the seas. And, the Moors... Listen, dum-dums. Yeah, it was Moors with the Spaniards while they was coming over here and all that, showing them the routes and everything, because they had gave them the whole blueprint. See, this half story shit, these niggas don't stay in the studio long enough, right? These is half stories, half truths. The reason why the Moors was on the boat with Christopher Columbus and them, showing them where to go, is because the Moors, the Arabs, the ones that literally ate your ancestors, right? They ate all of the corpses and the mummies and all that. Ate them. You know, the same Arabs that blew a hole in the side of the pyramid, went in there, stripped all the gold and stole all the papyri. Those Arabs, after they went, blew a hole in the side of the pyramid, snuck up in there, stole all the gold, stole all the papyri. You know what they did with that information? They came back to enslave niggas. Yeah, they took the gold, bought weapons and army, used the papyri, educated themselves, learned all of your weaknesses and all of your strengths, and then came back and put you niggas onto sugar plantations, starting in the 800s. And they controlled the entire sugar slavery industry up into the 1300s, 1400s, when they just, you know, they put their little brothers on. That's how that went down. So that's why I'm saying, like, nah, bro, I'm not co-signing none of this bullshit. I'll sit, I'll listen, you know. But I'm like, those ain't Rolex diamonds. What the fuck you done to that? Nah. We're not doing chakras. No, we're not. Look, we're not narrow-nosed, straight-haired, brown and black guys from India. That's not who we are. My ancestors didn't have straight hair with a thin nose. You see my nose? No. I come from the line of niggas with the, you know, where they was shooting the noses off. Yeah, I'm with those niggas. Yeah, my ancestors built big ass pyramids and monuments with the noses on it, so that in the future we would go, oh wait, those are, look, those are the black kings right there. How do we know those are the black kings? See, this is biochemistry. These niggas don't know no real science. They think archaeology is real science. They think telling you about, you know, oh, we found the bones and this, that, and, you know, that's not science. That's archaeology. Right? That ain't no life science. If they knew science about the body, they would know first things first. The olfactory system. Listen to that name. Olfactory. Olfactory. Right? This is the first senses that complex life developed. Do you know why the nose and the sense of smell is the first sense? Because complex life, most important thing was to get more light. More light. More light. So the nose was there to help you find what? Aromatic aromatic amino acids, because our bodies don't produce them. Our bodies don't produce them. Aromatic amino acids. What are we talking about? Tyrosine and tryptophan primarily. Tyrosine and tryptophan primarily. The things which then turns into all of the pigments in your body. So that's why the nose is a clear indication of high, dense levels of pigment. So you shoot off the nose, bang. The people come later, they go, oh yeah, we don't know, you know, we don't know who this, you know, we don't know who this was. I do. Yeah. Because there's all kinds of ways. When you know the truth, it can't erase. Yeah. So I'm not getting ready to adopt no science like how these guys say, oh, yeah, the Bible, that's the white man's. Hold on, brother. How you get to say that this guy studying the Bible or he doing Christianity, following Jesus or whatever? How you get to say he following the white man and you a Sunni Muslim? Huh? What? No, we're not doing that. Oh, you Nation of Islam. Well, what happened to those teachings? Because it ain't no supreme wisdom lessons going on over there right now. That's not supreme wisdom lessons that's happening up the road. I'm in Detroit. They in Chicago. Supreme wisdom lessons is not popping no more. The young guys that's in the Nation of Islam now, they don't even know supreme wisdom lessons. Look at them. They just ran the largest con ever in whole conscious community. Listen, Polite is in prison right now. Polite probably mad as hell. Listen, when it comes to scamming, Polite was the Michael Jordan of scamming, and he ain't got nothing on the Muslim kids. Ben X, 19 Keys, they set up this program called the BWO in the name of, Black consciousness and Muslims and this and that. And they saying peace Aki and peace queen and all this dumb shit to get you niggas to fall into it. They just robbed like $2-3 million. Vanished. And niggas saying, EnQi, we know you've been scamming because you've been sending packages late. So clearly EnQi been scammed. What? These niggas just made $3 million evaporate. They don't know no supreme wisdom lessons. They're teaching financial, multi-level marketing and shit like that. Bro, I don't know what to say. These niggas teaching multi-level marketing. Yo, they teaching Robert Kiyosaki shit. Rich dad, poor dad is what they doing. Yeah, I just got me a new car. So, yeah, I don't know what y'all studying. I got a car. I'm like, wait, what are we doing right now? So just all these little things. I'm like, no. We're going to have the get down or lay down challenge coming soon. We're going to start to speak to the Hebrew Israelite leadership. We're going to speak to the Nation of Islam leadership. We're going to speak to these goofy comedic niggas and all these niggas. We're going to speak to everybody. We're going to ask them, politely, respectfully, you need to teach with Dr. EnQi. You need to, we need everybody teaching the algorithm. Now, some of you are having trouble keeping up because the books are coming out faster than you can read them. So, trust me, I'm not saying stop buying the books. But what I'm saying is you guys at home don't even know what you have. Because I have to put these books out in a certain way, and then I have to discuss them in a certain way. So some people don't even know what's in the divine mathematics and the algorithm books. And the goal, people don't know what's in these 3 books. Right? This is the gold book. The gold book literally walks you through, every protocol that you need. Then we go to divine mathematics. Divine mathematics literally has pages and pages and pages for you at home to list every food you eat, the calorie count, the carb count, the protein count, the fat count, right? Your current weight, your body fat percentage, the difference from your last measurement, your last weigh-in. Like literally, we have all these charts put in. How much push-ups did you do? How much time did you spend in the gym? How many meals did you have? What time did you have these meals? Like all of these are in these books. You know, for people on medication, what time did you take your medication? How much did you take medication you took? What was your last blood sugar reading? Like all of these things are in these books. And then we have in the algorithm something that we developed at Melanin vs. Diabetes. It's called your max carb number. Your max carb number. You need to use this book to figure that out. There's no way to get around diabetes or pre-diabetes without understanding what your max carb number is. Your max carb number is simply the exact amount of carbs that your body can metabolize without any drugs or exercise. How many carbs to the number? How many active beta cells do you have? See, this is the reason why we have to have the exact specific science. We need to know how many beta cells we got, how many are working, right? What are they pumping out? So now we know, okay, you know, without any exercise or medication or whatever, I'm producing this much insulin on my own. So that means without any help, my body can naturally metabolize this amount of carbs. Because I done found out a few things over time. Insulin is not the only thing in your body that's metabolizing sugar. And this is not, oh yeah, he's talking about melanin concentrate. No. You have a few other things in your body that's metabolizing sugar, which is the reason why when you get the synthetic insulin, it doesn't, over time, you're going to continue to need more and more and more because that's just insulin. What about the other things that your body produces to metabolize sugar? That's not coming into insulin. They're in the lab working on synthesizing some of that shit so they can start selling you those GLP-1 inhibitors and blah, 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 blah. You need to know your max carb number. See, once you get that max carb number, then the algorithm is going to show you how to build around that. We're not going to say, oh, yeah, get this and this and then stop your medication. No. Keep taking your medication or doing whatever you got to do. But once you get that max carb number, your dietary regimen, your exercise, everything should be built around that. To me, that's the number one mistake. And that's the reason why so many people are dying. So many people have heart disease and this and that and the other. Because we're not looking at the body. What does the body do? Okay, yeah, we can get the drugs or we can get the exercise or we can get the herbs or we can get all these different things, whether it's medical or herbal, exercise, water, this, that. We could do all these other things, but with nothing, with no help. How much carbohydrates does my body process? To get through my day, how many are required? What's the difference between those two numbers? See, that's what I'm saying. y'all at home may not even understand what type of stuff y'all have in these books because y'all are buying them faster than y'all could read them. But don't for 1 second think that these other people are in even a close league with what we got going on. That it's not even close. Not even close. You know, I'm looking at these guys. The Allah School of Mecca, bro. Oh my God, them guys look crazy. Belly coming over the pants and all that, bro. What is that? What is that? That's crazy. Yo, shout out to Melchizedek. Melchizedek, like 6,000 years old. He still look good. That's a great example. You know, like he still look good. I don't know what he's doing, but he still looks great. He takes really good care of himself. You know what I'm saying? But that's because he still tapped into them old, you know, he on How to Eat to Live book 1. You know, he's still on that. He ain't, you know, them guys like that. You know, they're gonna be 100 years old. These guys y'all following, selling y'all multi-level marketing plans and all kind of goofball shit. I don't know what to tell y'all. Yeah. So anyway, y'all know how I get sometimes to go off on a tangent. My bad. It just threw me off because people had me hyped up. You know, they kept sending me the video like, yo, they going in on Kemet. This is deep. This is dope. This is fire. And I go see the video. You know, Kaba's still teaching Out of Africa theory. Somebody else still teaching Feather of Ma'at. I'm like, bro, there's no such thing as Feather of Ma'at. There's somebody else is on there talking about the third eye. I'm like, bro, there's no such a thing as a third eye. You do not have a third eye. It's not the first eye. It's not the third eye. The pineal gland is not designed for sight. The pineal gland is loaded with rocks. Literally, calcium crystals. If you develop rocks in your eye, you know you got to get a surgery for cataracts. Yo, your eye doesn't have rocks in it. Okay? The pineal gland is a third ear. Listen to what I'm telling you. See, these guys don't know anatomy. And trust me, I'm getting ready to be as petty as possible. I'm going to be striking niggas' videos, getting niggas' pages deleted, and all that. When I hear these niggas teaching my shit without referencing, I will be sending nice little mails, nice little letters to YouTube, along with the copyrights and the book. Like, no, they got this from volume 3. Look, this is right. Yeah, this is my intellectual property. We want you to go ahead and shut it down. Shut this shit down. A nigga pop up and say it's a third ear. Shut him down. No. Shut it down. We know where that came from. That's Dr. EnQi. Yeah. We paid for that. See, and y'all got to get upset when because y'all paid for that. All this time, and y'all been supporting the research. Now y'all got to protect it. Yeah, you don't need to contact me. Go off on those niggas on your own. All this time, y'all been dealing with late packages and all kind of shit in my person. Like, yeah, this research y'all done funded. You can't let these niggas steal it. You got to go off of it. If a nigga say third ear anywhere, shut the page down. Yeah. Shut it down. All these niggas. David Icke, all these goofy comedic niggas, the chakra niggas, they've been teaching third eye. There's no such a thing. The pineal gland is not built for sight. They would know that if they knew biochemistry, but they don't know that. But their arrogance, you know, they just flagging it off. Oh, no, this is, you telling me that, niggas been teaching third eye all this time? And here come you coming along right now, and then you're going to say it's not a real thing? And yeah. Now, I get how you could be saying to yourself, like, yo, there's a lot of quote unquote great teachers came along. They said, we had a third eye. So you going along with it. But you do understand that makes you a go along type of nigga. I'm not a go along type of nigga. Ask my friends. I'm very difficult to get along with. Yo, all of my childhood friends that I still associate with, all of them, I had at least one actual, like, yeah, no, we gotta fight. Yeah. Because I'm gonna say what I'm saying. I'm not going along with nothing. That's what makes the guys from the Bronx different. I'm not going along with nothing. I don't care if 10,000 niggas is talking to you about chakras. I'm gonna say, let me see that book. Where's the manual? Let me see that book there. Give me that thing. Nope. This is not right and exact. We gotta get rid of this. Yeah. This is not right and exact. We gotta get rid of this. I don't care how many other people said it. And when I hear people teaching this, like I watched this whole video, this shit was an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was mad as hell. I didn't hear nothing in there but third eye. ISIS actually put Osiris's body parts back together while they was decaying and made a baby. I'm like, yo. Yo, for real, somebody need an ass whooping. Listen, these old Kemetic niggas gotta stop this bullshit. You cannot be out here trying to make fun and disrespect Christian ideology saying it's make-believe. You cannot be out here disrespecting the Muslim ideology saying it's make-believe. And then you're telling niggas on video that Osiris died. Check this out. Osiris died on his birthday, December 25th. And it took 90 days for ISIS to find the body parts. Do you know what kind of rigor mortis would set into the body in 90 days? Do you know what kind of rigor mortis is setting into the body in 90 days? And you saying that she put the body back together and then got pregnant. Yo, I swear to God, this is on this video. If you watch this video, you're going to bust out laughing at this shit. Then she got pregnant. Listen, she got pregnant 90 days after his birthday, which is basically, springtime, and carried the baby for 9 months to have Horus also on December 25th. After 20 years. After 20 years. That's what you're going to get after 20 years. After 20 years of these guys supposed to be Kemetic scholars, this Tony Browder, these the main guys y'all think is deep. No, this is Tony Browder, and yeah, Tony Browder, he really goes to it, Kemet. He's really over there looking in the dirt. All right, that's cool. So ask Tony Browder, ask Ashwa Crazy, how does mitochondria work? They don't know. Ask them how their heart works. Ask them how their heart connects to their brain. Ask them how their heart connects to their penis. They don't know. These guys don't know their pineal gland from their asshole. Dr. B is on videos on Brother Rich page telling people that him and Yaki, they telling niggas that you got a G spot in your anus that's attached to your pineal gland. What? So, yeah. I mean, y'all know I haven't made no videos in a couple of weeks, so you should have expected. Hey, you should have expected that we was going to turn up. And what I got, these guys in trouble. Because I'm going to be looking for them. I'm going to be wanting to ask questions to folks. Oh, you a Mason? Are you a Mason? You mean like you a Mason? You like a square in the compass? Like a 3 or 4 letter? Like you a Mason? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm just saying. What is Masonry? Okay, yeah, all right. Well, you start getting different answers. You start asking Masons, what is Masonry? You're gonna get different answers. You know, you still got guys that's gonna say, oh yeah, well, you know, Masonry is, you know, this came from 17, you know, the UGLE, United Grand Lodge of England, which is the dumbest answer possible. Literally the dumbest answer possible. There's no way possible that Masonry could have started no Goose and Gridiron bar. That's not. So you saying that the guys that built pyramids was, wait, no, that's a part of the lore. That's a part of the mythos. But the United Grand Lodge, that's a coming together of lodges. Now, if you do your homework, you'll know that there was a lot of convenient fires. Listen to what I'm telling you. Do your homework. There was a lot of convenient fires around libraries leading up to the So there's a lot of records and books that just vanished. And then the Grand Lodge pop up and, you know, all right, we right here. So if you don't really study, you know, you don't. And then you got some guys, they go, oh, no, we know. Yeah, we know. The pyramid's right there. So clearly, the best Masons of all time is those guys, the pyramid builders. That is the finest example of Masonry ever constructed. So we know by their works, who the actual Masons were, right? We know it. And then we know science. Science tells us it's not possible for anybody but folks my complexion and darker to have built anything in the middle of the desert. Come on. We don't need that much. You ain't got to be that deep. It's not. Come on. But then, once you go there, you circle back around to these niggas. You know, Isis made Osiris and do. So, anyway, so that I don't sound redundant, I know y'all don't want to listen to me talking crazy all night. There's 3 different books, right? You do not need to get the Cliff Notes if you get the Master Edition. You don't need this, right? Because everything in here is in the Master Edition, hence Cliff Notes. But everything in the Master Edition is not in here. The Master Edition is closer to 800 pages. This is close to like 600. So the main stuff is not in this. This is just what we had to do. This is what we had to do. And this is tough. I can't hold you. I wrote it and I love it. This is tough, especially with Solomon's. Yo, this is tough. But it's not the Master Edition, right? And even with that book and the Master Edition, there's still a lot that we were missing. So like I said, I had to do the 3rd book, which is the story about Horus and Set, you know, and then that book has the scientific, you know, so we have all those things as well to validate everything that we're getting ready to turn the world upside down with. We're getting ready to turn the world upside down. Right? Ain't that what Set supposed to have did? Turn the world upside down? We're getting ready to turn the world right side up. It's still been turned upside down. Set left it like that. Nobody ain't fixed this shit yet. We're getting ready to turn it right side up. So I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready. Because this is spiritual and intellectual warrior time. Now you got the information. Now we have to study it, learn it. I hope y'all have been memorizing your timetable, watching it at least 2-3 times a day, which I know y'all have not been. Start to memorize that. Start to learn that. You need to know these things. You got to learn these things because what's coming next, and it's more. Like it's sublime mathematics, a diabetic arithmetic. It's more. It's more. There's more where that came from. So you got to keep up, and we gotta look. You know, we got to do what we're supposed to do with this now. We got to learn it, and then we got to teach it to our babies, and we got to get out here and get in these schools. Not just these schools of thought, you know, these philosophical, the Kemetic guys, the Nation of Gods, and not just these folks, but we have to get into these actual schools, right? We got to get into our elementary schools and our junior high schools and get onto the PTA and things like that, and start volunteering at daycare centers and reading to the babies. Barnes and Nobles, the bookstore, they have, I haven't been in a second, but I used to volunteer to go do it. You know what I'm saying? Take my babies and then I, you know, whoever's there, whatever. But they have these times where you could volunteer to read to the kids at Barnes and Nobles. You know what I'm saying? They'll have a group of kids there. You know what I'm saying? You bring your kids and you just teach the babies. And it's book of choice. You know what I'm saying? If you say something crazy or you start, you know, they'll, you know, ask you to get about, you know, they'll escort you up out of there. But you got free reign to teach in Barnes and Nobles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you guys to start to learn. And now it's execution time. You know, so by the summertime, you guys should be out teaching. You know what I'm saying? Out teaching with the books. That's the real reason for the Horus and Set book. So that you got, we're not ducking no smoke. When people start asking about certain things, biochemically, go to page 50. Flag them off. Go to page 63. Volume 2, page 47. Go over there. Yeah, red book number 3, page 57, 4th paragraph. Go that way. we're not playing, right? We're not gonna play around with these people.